What's going on, guys? It is GIA gemologist Oscar from Oscar Stone NYC, and welcome to what I'd like to call our critique video series on artists. So we know our artists are good at making music, but are they good at picking out their own jewelry? Today we are going to look at Tory Lanez's jewelry. Now I know Tory just got sentenced to, how long was it again?
10 years.
10 years? 10 years? Wait, what did he do again for all our audiences who might not know? Allegedly. Okay, guys, so allegedly, well, of course you know. If you clicked on this video, how do you not know? So allegedly, he shot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot, and now he's gonna do 10 years for it. I would hate to be him, but you know what? We're not him. So thankfully, you and I are not him, and we're gonna review his jewelry. So let's start out with the basics, okay? On our critique section, we have 3 rankings. Now, instead of everybody's favorite, the BBW, we're going to be ranking people's jewelry by their C.C.W. And the C.C.W. goes like this: cost. What did you overall pay for your jewelry? The other C is going to be for creativity. How far do you push the jewelry envelope forward? Now, you have greats like Pharrell, you have other people who have made jewelry more than just gold and diamonds, but we will judge Tory on his creativity. And finally, W, everybody's favorite, watches. What watches are you wearing? Are you wearing creative vintage pieces, or are you wearing bust downs? We're going to review those all right now. So the first picture we have of Tory is a picture of him with 6 rings. Wow, I'm only wearing 2. He's got 6 rings on. I see he's got a star ring, he's got a cluster ring, he's got some flower set rings. I'm gonna assume they're all 14 karat. I carry a lot of these rings in stock, and they're anywhere between 3 to 4 carats of diamonds. I wouldn't expect anybody of his level to wear anything below VS Clarity. So we got about 6 VS Clarity diamond rings. They look about anywhere between the $5,000 to $7,000 range. 5 being the low end, something that I would charge here in my store. And then I don't know who his jeweler is who sold him these rings. I mean, I can see him paying about $7,000 each. On his left hand, we see a Cuban bracelet. It looks solid. Looks 14 karat. The one thing I do love about this bracelet, though, is that he doesn't have like a regular Cuban bracelet. He's got these center stones in the middle of the setting, and they look about, I would say, anywhere between, I would say they're about 8 to 9, maybe even 10 pointers. They have about 8 pointers on each link. I think they're about 4 8 pointers each link. That is pretty big, especially for a pave set bracelet. It looks like they drilled right into the bracelet. This bracelet is costing anywhere between $25,000 and $35,000 for sure. It looks like it's about 200 grams, maybe it was 250 grams, but a fun thing about pave bracelets, when you drill into the bracelet themselves, the gold will lose weight. That is totally normal. You are replacing the gold with diamonds, so you can't have both, right? On his right hand, we see a all gold bust down Sky Dweller. So I have a Sky Dweller on me right now. It is the white face Sky Dweller fully bust down. I'm selling this guy for about $45,000. Tory's Sky Dweller looks like $80,000, $85,000. It's all gold. Rolex only does watches, gold watches with 18 karat. Now, back in the 80s, they did do some 14 karat, but this Sky Dweller is 1000% 18 karat. What I like about Tory's Sky Dweller the most is that his dial is champagne color. He did not bust down the dial. And when it comes to a Sky Dweller, the gold dial is the most desirable, so I could see why he would leave that dial that way. On top, on the bezel, it looks like he's got 10 pointers, 10, 11 pointers on there, 12 pointers the most. Shit, it's hard to tell by a photo, but I don't see them being more than 15 pointers. Basically, I know I explained pointers before, but basically pointers is the carat system for diamonds. So a 1 carat diamond is 1.00 carats, right? He's got, let's say they're 15 pointers. That means he's got 0.15 carats per stone. You add all the stones up, you can tell how many carats he has. So just for fun, let's go ahead and add these points up, okay? He's got 0.15 per. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. About 32 diamonds. You do the math, he's got 4.8 carats on the bezel. On a wholesale value, 15 pointers at VS Clarity, I would say a jeweler pays anywhere between $3,500 to $4,000 for the diamonds on the bezel. And that's not including the labor he has to put on it and the gold and the watch in and of itself. So that is how I can easily calculate Tory's watch is in the $80,000 to $85,000 range. Okay, so that is nice for his jewelry. I mean, it's a really basic setup. I personally love the Sky Dweller, but it is more or less a basic setup. I don't see anything crazy. For having 6 rings on your fingers, man, I would assume that you would have a custom one. Tory might tell you differently, but I personally don't believe any of these rings are custom made. They're all something that you would have stock. Even the Cuban bracelet, while I do appreciate the Cuban bracelet, it is not something that could not be stock. His next picture here is a picture of his jewelry in a carrying case. Guys, if you travel jewelry, please put it in a carrying case. Don't just throw shit around. Jewelry is very delicate, and at least Tory's got a little carrying case. Fun fact, Oscar Stone, we're making our own carrying cases, so watch out for that. Go on our website, check it out. We're gonna have some carrying cases for you to have. All right, so what we have here is we have 3 pieces and that same Cuban bracelet that I saw in the other picture, and we have 3 custom pieces. Now those are custom because I don't see anybody having those pieces in stock. Let's start out with the tennis chains, right? It looks like he's got 30 pointer tennis chains, 25 pointer tennis chains. Easily each tennis chain goes for about $30,000, $40,000, depending on the clarity. You get an SI Clarity tennis chain of 30 pointers, you're looking about 25 to 30,000. You get VS Clarity tennis chain, the 30 pointers, you're looking at about 50,000. So I can't exactly tell what clarity it is, but hey, we're talking about Tory Lanez. I don't think he would just get some SIs or whatever. Or who knows, I don't know. The rappers be wearing everything. Some rappers even wearing Mason, believe it or not. But we're not here for that. We're here to just look at objectively what he's got going on. On those tennis chains, he has some custom pieces. Now let's talk about the first custom piece all the way to the far left. So on the left, we have the Forever Umbrella pendant. It is his label. I like to call it a jewelry journey. And one of the first pieces that you're gonna wanna make is your logo. You know, what represents you. So I like that he did that. It's a nice creative piece. It's nothing too complicated. I mean, it's an F and there's a U and there's an umbrella. I mean, it's nice. I would say he paid, judging by the dimension, anywhere between 25 to 40,000 for the pendant. That's what he paid for that. He has the Toronto in the middle with an Uzi. Again, based on dimension sizes, I think he paid 25,000 for that. It's a gun on a pendant that says Toronto. I don't give you any creative points for that. And on the far right, we have actually what I think is the most creative piece here, and what he probably paid the least out of the bunch here. It is the famous lady with the umbrella for Salt. She's holding the umbrella. Salt, I don't know what the connection is with the Salt lady, but she is holding an umbrella. I'm gonna assume it's because of his label again. I just love when people do things that are just different. I mean, it's a Salt lady with an umbrella. I mean, pretty cool. Salt, ice, diamonds. You could really kind of connect it in a lot of ways, but that is actually my favorite piece because of the creativity. I don't see him spending anywhere more than 15 to 20,000 on it. Again, based off the sizing of it. Again, everything is based off the size. You know, if I see it in person, I probably could get a much closer estimation, but we're just going off Instagram pictures. And here we have our first picture of Tory wearing his jewelry. Again, I can recognize his 2 pieces, so we're not gonna mention those. He has 1, 2, 3 bust downs. He's got a white gold, he's got a rose gold. I'm gonna assume they're at least 14 karat. I can't really tell the setting quality on it, but Tory doesn't shy. It doesn't look like he's going cheap with the diamonds. He's probably anywhere between 20 to 30,000 per Cuban. Probably the bigger one here is anywhere on the $40,000 price. My man is always flexing the rings. I love it, always flex the rings. And he's got our first watch. I see here he's got an Audemars Piguet rose gold. And on the watch, he has an AP rose gold chronograph with a white dial. Now, I'm pretty familiar with this watch. If you get it for a really, really good deal, you can get it for as low as $80,000, but if not, I've seen people pay as high as $100,000 for these watches. Again, it's just a nice staple piece. He's got a lot of rose gold on, so I guess fuck it, why not throw the rose gold on watch? Okay, great. Lastly, I see a Jesus head. Now, this is a common Jesus head, Jesus that is bleeding on the face. It was a really cool design when it first came out like 3 years ago, but I sell this pendant in stock, so I mean, Jesus bleeding face, not as creative. He has here a, I've seen this Cuban design. I actually sold a chain just like it like 2 weeks ago. I want to call it a spiked Cuban. It's not as spiky, but it's kind of curvy. This bracelet would retail him about $20,000 as well. It's white gold, very nice. And I see he has a two-tone AP, thankfully a Arabic dial. Now, I personally love the Arabic dials. Arabic dial is gorgeous, especially on an AP. It just gives you so much character. You're not doing Roman numeral, you're doing something different. On this AP specifically, he has, again, the rose gold combination. Looks like Tory is really about his rose gold two-tone. One thing about an artist is, you're an artist, and wearing the same thing as everybody else just does not suit you. You have to be different. So I like that Tory is doing rose gold. What I don't like about Tory though is so far, I haven't seen anything crazy custom. Again, Tory, if you need help with that, let me know because we can definitely come up with some crazy pieces. All right, Tory, so basically I think I've seen all your jewelry. If there's anything I'm missing, let me know, but price-wise, let me calculate everything that I've seen, and let me give you a final price. So guys, I have calculated how much he has spent on his jewelry, and it looks like, from my rough estimations, he has spent $868,500. Now, how did I come onto that number? Well, I sell jewelry all day. So that's kind of how I got to it. Again, I could be $100,000 short. I could be $100,000 shy. I don't know if he got it through promo. I don't know if he paid cash for everything, but he is right under the $1 million mark. So for this video, you guys, I'm going to have to give him a 5 out of 10 on the cost of his jewelry. He is missing a couple of RMs, maybe some Pateks. He's definitely missing some custom pieces, but we'll go on to that in a second. I give you 5 out of 10. I've seen artists spend a lot less. I've seen a lot of artists spend a lot more. So in terms of this video, that's where I'm going to put in my cost. Creativity. Oh man, this is always the part that gets me, like you have so much jewelry, but I don't see anything creative. I mean, yes, he has the FU piece, the umbrella piece, but it's not that creative. It's not creative enough. He has the salt piece, the lady with the umbrella, but it's not enough to give you, I give him a 3.5 on creativity. I didn't see anything that made me pop, just a bunch of Cubans, generic things. And finally, watches. When it comes to the watches, I see he spent, I only seen 2 watches. I've only seen the Sky Dweller and I've seen the two-tone AP. Both watches are in the $70,000 range around there. I mean, they're nice. I've worn personally both of those watches. They're very, very nice, but I would have liked to have seen a little bit more. I would have liked to see maybe some plain Jane Patek, some RMs, maybe some diamond RMs, for someone of Tory's caliber. Now, you always have to think about the artist and where they're at their career. I think with him in his career, with the amount of music he's dropped, I would figure he'd amass a much bigger collection. But it is what it is. Tory on watches, I give you a solid 5. 5 because, well, I actually like those watches. They're not just regular 41 millimeters or, Rolexes or things like that. So I give you 5 on watches. Now, where does that land Tory in our leaderboard? I would place him second. So we have 6ix9ine leading our leaderboard, followed by Tory Lanez, and then closing out with Anuel. we are going to be doing more critique videos on more artists, and we're going to see where everybody ends up landing. We might even do some follow-up videos to see if anyone changes position. But right now, Tory is comfortably in second place. However, the more review artists, I think he's going to drop substantially, as well as Anuel, because the one thing I don't see is branding. Alright guys, so that was our jeweler critique video featuring Tory Lanez. My man is gonna do 10 years in prison, but you know, it is what it is. We are not here for that. We're here for the jewelry critique, and thank you for lending us your photos to do that with. Guys, make sure you comment, subscribe, let us know if this is the type of content you like. Make sure to let us know what other kind of content you would like us to produce. Let us know if you want me to critique someone else's jewelry, or if you want me to put a versus on somebody so there's a winner. Let us know in the comment section, and until then, thank you so much for watching.